take this out so I can talk. This is like one of the coolest new gadgets I've ever seen. It is a blue light based tooth whitening system from Primal Organics. I've been using it for about the last 3 weeks. And I wish I had bothered to take a before picture of my teeth because I don't have that like before and after to show you. But I can tell you that the same day that this arrived at my house for me to try out, I had a dentist appointment, and my dentist tried to sell me on like a $1,200 tooth bleaching system. And I was like, well, it uses bleach. Yes, it does. Wait, so what does that do to the structure of your teeth? My dentist is like, well, I won't lie to you. It does weaken the structure of your teeth. That's recoverable, but you do have to be really, really careful with your teeth for several months after going through the system because it can degrade the enamel and degrade the strength of your teeth, so your teeth will be easier to chip. Not a great, not a great sales pitch. But I could have super white teeth. I'm gonna try this thing out for a while. And I can tell you, just using it sort of 3-4 times a week for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how much time I have noticed a really dramatic increase in how light my teeth are. Like my teeth are much, much lighter and whiter. Using this, it's gotten rid of a lot of staining. I think it's super, super cool. You know that I have been doing a lot of research lately into light therapy. This is a really cutting edge new field of science. And to me, it's fascinating because it utilizes typically sort of a concentrated in terms of time, but looking at light wavelengths that traditionally, back when we lived outside all the time, we would have been exposed to that amount of light over the course of the 24-hour day. And so what these light therapy treatments are doing is they're basically saying, well, look, we live indoors all the time now, so let's concentrate in a cool device, let's concentrate that light exposure, and we can benefit from really sort of like an evolutionary appropriate amount of light exposure. What's cool about blue wavelengths of light is that they're very antimicrobial, which is why you're seeing them crop up in all kinds of different devices like acne treatment. And the science that this device is based on actually comes out of a Harvard research lab where they were trying to enhance tooth whitening systems. So they were trying to take the typical bleaching system that erodes tooth strength and erodes enamel and make it more effective by adding blue light. And because it was like a rigorous scientific investigation, they had different control groups. So they had bleach alone, light alone, nothing. And what they found was that the light by itself was just as effective as the light with the bleaching agent. So like super, super cool. And then the other super cool thing that they found, because they thought that potentially it could irritate the gums, like they were trying to, like bleaching systems definitely irritate the gums. So they wanted to evaluate that. So they did light alone, what happens? And what they found was a reduction in inflammation in the gums, an improvement in gingivitis scores. And so there's this whole other side effect because this is antimicrobial, it's killing the bacteria that cause gingivitis. So there's like this whole separate level of oral health benefits from this blue light beyond really, really super safe teeth whitening. So kind of a fan, and I wanted to share this with you guys. Super exciting. And when my dentist is noticing that my teeth need whitening, and then like serendipitously on the same day I get like a super safe light-based tooth whitening system, like to me, this is just amazing, and I've seen really great results with it. And I have to tell you, so like, how does it work? So it's plugged in right now. It's plugged into my phone, so that's why you see the cord suspiciously over on the side of the screen. If I unplug it, you'll see that it actually has, so the light's gone out, it has 3 different cords, a USB, an Android, and an Apple plug-in. You plug it in and it instantly turns on. So if it's plugged in, it's on. If it's unplugged, it's off. What I do is I set a timer on my phone for 15 minutes. And sometimes I let that, my timer will go off and I'll keep it in for a few more minutes depending on what I'm doing. As you can tell, pretty much the only thing you can't do with it in is talk. So, it cramps my style a little bit. I'm kind of a fan of talking. But I use that time, I multitask. So I will do my hair and makeup, or I'll clean up the kitchen, or I will work. So I have the advantage of working from home. might not want to do this from an office, but I can actually, be in front of my computer and have this in really, really easily. I also pair it with the tooth whitening. It's called Boost Whitening Paste. So this is a sort of charcoal-based, essential oil and olive oil-based paste. So I put some on my finger and rub it on my teeth and then put this in for that 15 minutes. This is all food grade, so it's like totally fine to swallow while you have this in, because it's really hard to go 15 minutes without swallowing. And like this size container, which I've been using for weeks, and it's barely a dent. So this will last at least, I would guess, a couple of months, depending on how often you're using your LED whitening system, but it comes together. So you get like both at the same time. And the cool thing about the clays and minerals in here is that these are known to help strengthen enamel. So you get this like double whammy: strengthen enamel, kill gingivitis, whiten teeth. That's a triple whammy. That's a triple whammy. I'm a big fan. So amazing. So if oral health, dental health is something that you feel like you could work on, or if lighter teeth and a brighter smile is something that you care about, I would suggest checking it out. Now, off to work.